Good morning and welcome to Sunday School. Right, we're going to start today with a game to see if you can copy what I say. For example, can you touch your nose, touch your head, touch your chin? Did you copy? Let's try another one. Can you wave your hands? Can you touch your chin? Can you put your hands on your head? Next one. Can you wiggle your fingers, clap your hands and touch your nose? Where did your fingers end up? Are they here, like mine, on my chin? Or did you listen? Did you get yours on your nose? Is it harder to follow when I do different things? Let's try again. Do what I say. Can you clap your hands? Can you touch your chin? Can you close your eyes? It's really hard to follow what somebody says, isn't it? Good. Right. We follow a lot of things. You had a go at following me, and there's some people we have to follow. What about, so you can see my pictures, a pop star? Do you want to follow what a pop star does and be like them? You might, if you want to get better at singing, you might follow that. What about people like your parents? Do you have to follow what they say? Usually, yes, you do, because they make rules that keep you safe. What about this person? A policeman. Do you have to follow what they tell you to do? Yes, because they're keeping the laws of our land. They keep everybody safe. Do you have to follow what your friends do? This is the best picture of friends I could find. Do you have to follow what your friends do? You don't have to. You might want to. It depends what they're doing. You don't have to follow your friends though. The last one I've got for now. A sports coach. Do you have to follow your sports coach? Yes, if you want to get better at your sport. Yes, to show them respect and be polite. But only for their sport. If they're giving you directions of how to get somewhere, you don't have to follow them if you're not sure they're the right directions. There are lots of different people that we could follow for different reasons. Some to keep us safe, some to show respect, and some because we admire what they're doing. And some people we don't choose to follow if we don't like what they're doing. So we're going to hear a Bible story now about somebody who's really worth following.
Jesus left the desert and set about the great rescue. He was going to get God's people back. But first he needed to find some helpers and friends. He had a lot to do. He would need some people to help him. Who would make good helpers, do you think? Clever ones? Rich ones? Strong, important ones? Some people might think so, but I'm sure by now you don't need me to tell you that they'd be wrong. Because the people God uses don't have to know a lot of things, or have a lot of things, they just have to need him a lot. One day Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee when he saw some brothers and friends mending their nets. They were poor fishermen. Jesus called out to them, "Let's go." Peter, Andrew, James and John looked up at this man on the shore, and they couldn't explain it. Their boats needed to be put away, their nets needed mending, fish were still wriggling on the shore, but something about this stranger made them just drop their nets and their fish, leave their boats and everything, and follow him. This God-man was like no one they had ever met. When they looked at Jesus, their hearts filled up with a wonderful, forever sort of happiness, and inside it was as if they were running free in an open field. Jesus asked 12 men to be his helpers: Peter, Andrew, James and John, Matthew, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, another James, Simon, Thaddeus and Judas. Meeting Jesus would change all of them forever.
Now, as we've seen in the story, Jesus called some special helpers to follow him. We're going to do a quick quiz and see how much you remember. So, if you think what I say is true, show me a thumbs up. If you think it's false, thumbs down. Okay, first question. Peter and Andrew were brothers. True or false? What do you think? Make your decision. The answer is true. Yes, they were brothers. Next question. Peter and Andrew were part of a band. True or false? What do you think? That one is false. Okay, not part of a music band. At least it never doesn't say they were in the Bible. Next question. Peter and Andrew waited for 3 months before they followed Jesus. Did they wait 3 months? Is that true or is that false? Have a think. That answer is false. They did not wait 3 months. They went straight away to follow Jesus as soon as he called them. Next question. James and John were fishermen and brothers. Is that true or false? James and John, fishermen and brothers. What are you going for? That one is true. Yes, they were fishermen and brothers, called by Jesus. Next one. Oh, you ready for this one? James and John were the best basketball players of their time. True or false? I'm going to go with false, because I think, A, the Bible doesn't tell us, and also I don't think basketball had been invented back then. I don't think they were the best basketball players of their time. Last question. James and John immediately left their boat and father and followed Jesus. True or false? When Jesus called them, did they straight away go and follow him? That one is true. Yes, they did. They heard Jesus' call and went straight away to follow him. Did you get most of those right? Why do you think Jesus asked these men to follow him? It's a good question, isn't it? Why these particular people? The answer is it was part of Jesus' plan. He chose to use ordinary people to help spread his amazing news, and he knew that these people were just the ones he wanted. Just the right men for the job. And these men weren't forced to follow Jesus at all. They wanted to. They knew it was exactly the right thing to do, that when Jesus called them to realise how special he was and go straight away to follow him, and God worked through these men to change the world. As we carry on thinking about following, we're going to play a little game. I've got a ball that's safe to throw inside. It's made of 2 nice soft socks rolled together. I'm going to throw my ball and see if I hit my target. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Did I win? How do we know? You don't know what I was aiming at. If I was aiming at my camera, I didn't win. If I was aiming at my nice soft curtains, I think I did win. We don't know. I know how to make this game better. I've got a target. I can peg this on my curtains, so we've got something to aim at. Oh, sort my sock ball back out again. So this time, I'm going to try and hit that target. Think I can do it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's on the edge. Nearly. So one more go. I'm going to do it this time. Sleeves up ready. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, in the middle. Now I've got something to aim at. The ball can follow exactly where I want it to go. To make the game fun, we need to know what we're doing, what we're aiming at. And also, that works in life. If you've put Jesus as your saviour, then he is your target that you're aiming for. Everything you do shows that you're following him, keeping Jesus as the most important thing in the centre of your target. If we put Jesus first, we can spend our lives following him, just like my ball followed right to the middle of that target. That's our aim too. Well, as we've just seen, having a target to focus us on really helps us go towards what we're aiming at. So, we're going to make a little target to help us remember that we're following Jesus this week. I need to draw some different size circles to make my target, so I've rummaged around my kitchen and I've managed to find saucepan lid, fairly big circle, bowl, slightly smaller circle, top of a cup, and lastly, the lid off a ketchup bottle for a smaller circle in the middle. I'm going to use red to make my target because it's nice and obvious. So with my pen, I'm going to very carefully draw around my saucepan lid on my piece of paper to start off my target. I've started off with a circle like that. My next size circle down is going to be my bowl. So I'm going to draw around that one as well. Perhaps could have got a plate to fit in between those. Top of my cup. There's the next one. I'm trying to get these as central as possible. It doesn't really matter. There's my cup. And the last of all, the lid of the ketchup bottle. Oh, there we go. And my other circle. So I ended up with a target. Now, can you think, if we're talking about following Jesus and putting him as the centre of our lives, what should I write in the middle of my target? I'm hoping that you're going to shout Jesus. So let me write it in nice big letters. Right in the middle, the thing I'm aiming at is Jesus. Now around the edges, I'm going to write some different ways that I can help myself focus on Jesus this week. Things I need to be doing. I need to be praying. I'm going to write that one down first. Spending time talking to Jesus, bringing him into every part of my life. I could take some quiet time. I'm going to write be still. Taking time out of a busy life to think about Jesus, what he's done, what I've read in the Bible, what I've prayed about. Just said another one, didn't I? Reading the Bible. I'm just going to write Bible on here, but I know it's to read and think about, to know other things. I'm going to write down to spend time with other Christians. If you spend time with other people who are also trying to follow Jesus and put him first, you can help each other to remember and to do this every day. And another one I'm going to write down, one that I particularly enjoy, worshipping. For me, I like singing to Jesus, so I'm going to make sure I play some worship songs this week, so I can praise him and spend time with him. So I've got some things in my target now of different ways that I can really focus on following Jesus and aiming for him as the centre this week. Following Jesus is a choice we have to make every day. Try it this week and see if you can put Jesus as your centre and follow him. We'd love to see some of these pictures. If you want to email some things you've done into the admin address, which is admin@tcmlincoln.co.uk, we'd love to see some of these things you've been doing. Okay, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.